Well, welcome to the Totally Awesome Fishing Show. We're out here on the briny in the boat High Sea Drifter. I'm going out. Look, I'll tell you what it is. It's a weather slot. The tides are small, which is good for seabed fishing on the bottom, what we call the seabed. And I'm going up the coast rather than out, probably only a mile, maybe a mile offshore, but going up about 6 or 8 miles, I would guess. But high pressure generally means, you know, good weather. And look at this, people, just check this out. It is absolutely idyllic here. It's a mill pond. It will change, the wind's given up to about a force 3. It's coming up dead low now. In fact, it is about low out here. It's just such a pleasure to come out on a flat day like this. I've come for the weather slot, that's what I've come for, the weather slot. There'll be other people out, there's another guy, there's already 2 trailers in the marina out, they've come out early. I've had to go and get bait and stuff early in the season here. Yeah, there's another one coming out, big boat coming out behind us. I'm going to be fishing 2 marks. I've got, let's say, 2 different species I'm aiming for, right? I'm going to go on a bank. I'm going to call it a sandbank, but really it's mussel beds. Well, they tell me it's mussel beds, but of course I don't have scuba gear, do I, to go down and have a look and poke around. Oh, there's a mussel. I'm just going by previous history of the mark. Either way, it's a bank that comes up and then drops off. I'm going to try drifting first, then I'm going to try anchoring on a target species. Well, yeah, it's anything. It's going to be place, okay, it's going to be place. But then I think I'm so close to an area where black bream come in, if I've got enough bait left in the afternoon, I might go across at turn of tide, anchor there, and just see if I can't pick black bream up as well. So 2 species I'm trying to aim for, black bream and place. Because that means I'll probably catch neither, you know, but that's the way it is. I'm going to give it about 40 minutes, and if I don't get any bites, I'm going to go and anchor. I think that's what I can do. But at the moment, I'm just trying to find an area to get a bite from a place, and then if I do catch one on the drift, I can put the anchor down and hopefully I'm in the right spot. Of course, several on the drift, you stay drifting. Don't if it's not broken, don't mend it, is the old saying. So I've got a rod down in the corner here, got one here, one there, one there. Now that one, I'm just going to stay on that for a second, because that's bumping along the bottom. Look, it's just a cheap old rod. It's a really cheap old rod. Nice reel, Namura reel, but I think I've got that out of a skip, one of the old skipmonger ones. That could be a bite, or it could be just the lead bumping along the bottom. Because the other rod over here has got the same. If I stretch out, look, see, you can actually see it juddering where it's bumping along the bottom, and it's quite tricky with place. Trying to learn which one is which is the bite and which is just juddering along the bottom. I want it going along the bottom because the place come along like this, you know, they come along the seabed and they see this bumping along with I've got plastic teaspoons in there, by the way, guys. They see that flash of the spoon, it draws them over out of interest because they're inquisitive creatures, and then hopefully they find the bait. And up here I'm doing about half a knot, so I think, even though the wind is in my face here, sort of southeasterly, when I left low tide, it should be flooding now, so I think the tide's going to take over because my line angle, you'll see, is down there. So the boat's going this way, the lines are pulling back that way. Anybody who's in a charter boat knows that when the lines go under the boat, like this one, that's not such a great way to fish. You really want your lines away from the boat. Anyway, we'll give it a go, see what happens. So generally, when I'm fishing, I like to be away from everybody. I like to be off on my own, doing my own thing. But something like place fishing, everybody knows where the place are. They're all on the banks, you know, they're all sort of in a I can say a half a mile square area, something like that. So in conditions like that, when it's tough fishing, I always use my glasses, because I do this if I'm freshwater fishing. If you look down at, say, a riverbank or a lake, and you want, are they catching over there? Are this guy catching? Is it dead everywhere? And you see in the distance a guy standing like this, fine, okay, why is he standing up? And then if you see their hands here, even as a speck, if you see their arms up, invariably, they're snagging on the bottom. Invariably, they've got a fish on. So I can learn from that. You know, what time the fish are coming on, should I be throwing more bait in, less bait in? With freshwater fishing, should I be feeding more or should I be feeding less? So I watch what other people do from a distance. Obviously, when I'm on my own, I do my own thing anyway. But when there's a group of people, look, if somebody catches a huge fish, let's say they catch, I don't know, oh, it's come out. They catch a 40-pound carp. Great, brilliant. And a guy down 6 swims down has got 6 10-pound carp. We think, oh, well, he's a superhero, the guy with the big fish. No, 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 no. The one I want to talk to is the guy who's had 6. One fish is just lucky. You just one big fish. That's, like, you know, anybody can catch one big fish, can't they? The guy who is productive consistently is the one I want to see what what is that guy doing? He's trout fishing, he's fly fishing. Nothing, blank, one fish, 5 fish. That guy's had 5 fish. What's going on? You want to know what's, you know, you've got to learn, and it always is about learning. So a pair of these glasses, I'm at the right distance for there. I can scan over there and I can get a rough idea, because I'm drifting. I think they're all anchored. Why are they all anchored? That's what I want to know. So I just focus in there. On the big boat, which looks like about 35 footer, I feel, I've watched them a couple of times, there's not much action going on. Why? Because all the people are up the front of the cabin. They're probably talking, sitting down, having a cup of tea. So they're not at the back of the boat. If there was a bite or a fish, they'd be at the back of the boat. So he's anchored, and I'm guessing not much action there. The other guy's on a small boat. He's baiting and casting out, but I notice as he's winding in, I can only just see him very small. As he's winding in, I see his hand go like this, so I know he's looking at the bait. He opens a bail arm and he throws it straight out. So that tells me he's wound in, nothing's chewing his bait, he's not getting bites over there. So that's 2, I'm going to call it negatives. Obviously I'm not like this all day, am I? But just gives me a guide. And we'll have a look down there. Those guys I think are on the drift there. That's about a 30-foot boat. And there's one guy on the back, but I haven't seen anything white flash over. Every time he goes to the back, nothing white flashes over to tell me he's got a flatfish. And the other tiny boat, which looks like about a 14-foot Dijon or something like that, there's 2 guys on it, and they're just baiting and changing. Now they're too far away for me to know if they got a fish, but they're anchored. Anchored. I'm drifting. I'm getting nothing, but it appears they're getting nothing, or it's a very slow at the moment. Yeah, the back of the boat on the big boat, they're just sitting around talking. Never a good sign. The other thing that's never a good sign, radio chatter. There's no chit chat. When that comes on, there's a lot of chit chat. It's generally when there's not much going on by the boats and they want to find out who is catching. Of course, most of us are fishermen. I'm never going to tell you when we're catching, are we? One or two. Or in my case, none or 2. It's not over yet, ladies. I see no ships. Well, I do see small boats. No, everybody appears to be sitting around. So get yourself a pair of glasses. They might just be able to... They'll stop you wasting your time, I feel. If it's really dead here and all those 4 boats are not catching, I'm going to just go for the black bream and forget the place. But I'd like to try and catch a place. Just move, boys, up to a tiny little mark on the chart. Now, this other guy's got a fish over there as well. I'm watching. Yeah, I think he's just had a place, and I've definitely had a bite on here. Just a bit of different ground. I was trying to remember when I... No, I missed that one. I was trying to remember actually when I put the mark in. And I think all I did was put the central mark in from where I saw the commercial buoys. I couldn't fish it that day. So I thought, well, I'll go over and ping that mark anyway. But I fished a little bump, and that's what I just come to now. I see them get one place over there, small one. And I definitely had a take on here, but screwed it up, I think. Still, there's hope. Keep thinking I'm getting bites here, and I'm not sure I am. Whether they're bites or bumping the bottom, it's very tricky. Whoa, hang on boys, hang on. We're on a fish. We're absolutely on a fish. It's not very big, Is it going to be the place I'm after? Is it going to be the place I'm after? It's kicking. Going to keep him nice and smooth. I'm quite small hooks. I want to tear the hook out. Here he comes. Please be a place. It's staying deep. It's a place. It's got to be a place. Oh my God, it's a black bream. That's the species I was going to get on the inshore mark. Oh my. Well, who would have thought that? Look at this, guys. Don't spike me, please, buddy. I don't want a picture. There we go, a nice black bream on the worm. Not the place I thought it was. A lovely black bream. Back you go. Wow. Save the blank. I wonder if I go to the black bream place, whether I actually catch the flatfish over there. Just check what I'm using for a weight here, guys. A stone. Just using a stone because it bumps across the bottom. It doesn't snag, or doesn't snag as much. And it took the trailing hook. Nothing on this hook up here. Oh well, if there's a black bream there, there could be something else. Hopefully I'm going to drift between these two boats and not tangle up. Well, what's interesting, boys, is what I told you about watching other anglers. You know, the distance to get an idea what's caught. A guy on one of the boats watched me catch that fish, that black bream, swing it over the side. And he's pulled the anchor up, and he's gone up, and he's gone on exactly the same drift I've gone on. And you can't blame him, because that shows you he's watching me, even though I've been watching him. So it's what anglers do. But what I'm always concerned about is, you used to get it a lot in Florida as well. People would come out in boats. I go out in a rental boat, we'd be chumming. We catch some fish, we used to catch quite a lot of fish. Sometimes we get big fish. And then you see a boat come up near you, and you know they're pleasure anglers, and they just go, oh, that guy must know what he's doing. They park near you, and then somebody else goes along, and they go, well, there's two boats over there, there must be something going on over there. No, they could be asleep, having a beer, whatever. So they come apart, then there's three boats. Then that draws other boats, because they don't know what they're doing, the fishing boats. One guy's fishing, and he could be catching absolutely nothing, but because he sees a cluster of boats, I mean, I know there's a cluster of boats here, because everybody knows where the place mark is. But generally speaking, you can get sucked in by seeing all these boats around. So you want to know, well, hang on, there's a lot of boats there. Is there a lot of fish there? It might just be one boat that's catching the fish and the others aren't. So you've got to keep your eye on things. Oh, just had another bite. I'm on braid this time, so that was a... Trouble is, because I'm thinking place, I automatically would drop a bait back if I got a bite. Yeah, it's nibbling away. But with bream, you know, you need to pull into them straight away because they'll just shred all the bait off the hook. Yeah, the other guy's moved as well. I've got a feeling he's come on the drift. I hope they don't think I know what I'm doing, because I don't. I'm just experimenting. I've gone up on my little mark that I found. Oh, man, if they see me catch this one, there's going to be boats everywhere. I've got the camera balanced with a lead weight here. It's crooked. I know it's crooked, but I can't be bothered to stop winding. This is better fish, boys. Wow, hang on a minute. Hold on, guys. I hope they don't see me over there. Not much I can do. Right in the middle of the cluster of boats. Oh, Jesus, it's a big place. It's a big place. Don't fall off. Oh, whack-a-diddly-do, boys. What about that? There's going to be boats all over drifting. They're all going to be pulling their anchors, drifting away. Look at that. What a lovely fish. Turn him around for you. That's a nice fish. And that was because I just kept watching, changing my drift. I thought, you know what, they're not catching on anchor. I might just sort of go across and see if I can pick a fish up. Now I know where they are roughly now. I can get the hook out, be even better, wouldn't it? There we go. Do you know what? I think he's scoffed two hooks. He's taken two hooks. I had two baits on this trace. He's got both. Look at that one though, boys. That is a prime place, and that's what we come for. Nice big eating place, and I do like, that's my favourite eating fish there. Can you see that one? We're just about to go up another drift, and this one's just coming up dead heavy. So I'm guessing it's weed, I don't know. No, that film went light again then. What is this? Oh, what is this? Oh, what is this, boys? Oh, look at the string of spoons. Look, spoons here, beads, spoons. Spoons, spoons, spoons. Beautiful place. Wow. I wish I could say I saw the bite. I didn't. And he has, as plaice do, digested it. See all the beads? He's sucked all these beads back. He's eaten all the beads as well. That is one greedy plaice. And that's what it says. The totally awesome fishing show. I'm so pleased I came out today, even though it's a hunch just on the weather. Well, I've gone up for another drift, but I think to keep these lines spread out, because I don't want to tangle. Now I've had those 3 fish. Probably get none on the next drift. I think I got it about right. The speed's picked up a bit though. I'm going to put this one and bump it back and let a load of line go out. So the shallower the line is, the easier it's going to be to bump across the bottom. And I'm going to put it up in my top holder. Oh, there's a fish on this one. Hang on, boys. Check the drag. So definitely a hammering bite on this one. This is about the area I had those black bream. This is about the area where... Oh, shoot. Go in the bottom. That's in the bottom of that one. It's out. I think there's a fish on this one already. Look up here. Look, look, look. Is that fast? And I got a bite on this one. Now I don't know whether it is a bream or not. Oh, please don't say there's a bite on the 3rd one. No, they let it go. I think these are the bream. This is where I hooked the bream up the top end of the drift. It's a bit snaggy up here. I'm trying to get my bearings. Yeah, I'm getting snagged up. And that's a general opinion. What I'm trying to do is to get that right up there out of the way. And it's further back. It's going way back. So these are bumping on close by. That's it's that funny ground. This could be the secret mussel beds I've stumbled across. The treasure trove of plaice, boys. Let's move there. I've stumbled across the treasure trove of plaice. So I've got this one up there. You can see it, if I hold it, you'll see it bumping across the bottom. I haven't got the GPS on, so I don't know what speed we're doing, but a good knot I'd say, so I'm getting fast. So I might have to anchor. You can see, look, they're getting caught in the bottom, and then it pulls out again. It's just going to pull out or break my rod. Now it pulls out again. So there's definitely something snaggy in this line across here. Last time was further over that way. See, I'm caught in the bottom again. It's pulling out. It's pulling out all the time. I think that's that bit of rough ground's where those bream are, I think. Come on, let's have another place. That would be nice. See, they look like bites, and then it pulls free. That was definitely a bite I had up on that one. I think I got 2 hooks on one of those. I'm not sure why I'm getting snagged on the bottom so much. Anyway. Is that a bite? Some of these, even I've got trouble trying to see whether they're nibbling bites or not. Generally what I find is it pulls down, it goes, it comes back like that. If it's pull downwards, generally it will be some form of bite. Just so people know, we've got quite a fast drift on here now. And you can see that bumping and bumping and bumping. I feel like I want to be, no, I'm in the same sort of area. It's definitely a faster drift, must be in the peak of the tide. I'll get back to you if I get another fish on. Well, people want to know what I'm using. I've got ragworm on. This is a ragworm. These are real, some of these are real big ones. But you can see all the juice there. So what you want to do is to dry them out. This is dry paper. I'm just going to tip those onto the dry paper, not onto the wet, and that will soak up any busted ones. But you can see, lovely big ragworm there. You won't really fish those whole, they'll be almost too big. But they've got pinchers in the front up here, And you can see that is a big, well, pollock, bass, rays. They like big ones like that, but for the flatfish or flounders, you want one about that size really. I just dropped some line back on this one because I'm 90% sure there's a fish on here. Doesn't hurt to drop a bit of line back. Oh, I missed him, I think. Oh, have I? Yeah, I've missed him. There was a fish there though. It could have been a bream, which would take the bait and spit it out. In we go. Just winding in at the end of the drift. I know it's a place because it stays really vertical. I didn't even see the bite. It's got to be a place. Oh, it's a place. It's a place. But all over everywhere. There's a nice place. You see the beads there. There's my plastic tablespoon, not a teaspoon, it's a larger size one. Plastic tablespoon there. And you can't say it doesn't work, folks, can you? I can't wait to get up for another drift. This one's really unusual. Hasn't swallowed the hook. But I'm going to chuck him back for luck. I love eating clays. What have I done? It's a weird bite, but it's a fish. Feel a place. Very, very snaggy up the top end. I've had bits of coral as well. It's a place. There we go, boys. Another one bites the dust. Beautiful fishing, beautiful day. Just at the tail of the drift, boys. Move my rod. You see I packed the back rod up and then I just had to take right here. So it's very snaggy at the top end. Oh, this looks like tangle time. It is going to be a place. Oh yeah, nice place. Oh yes. There we go. I can't hold you. Same tablespoon, same beads I had the last one on. A beautiful place there. I mean, that's good, isn't it? Good fishing, really good fishing, a beautiful day. So do I stay on this drift or do I go up again? Because there's people pushing in up there now on the drift. You know, they see a gap, they go for it. Don't want them drifting through, but you don't want them anchoring because it messes the drift up. And I'm picking away at fish quite nicely now. I think I'll go up for one more run. Last drift again, just the last rod I was winding in. Got to be another one, mind you. I could have hooked this one further back and I just dragged him along the seabed. Some good fishing, good flatfish fishing this is. Yeah, it's a place. Oh yes, get in there boy. Checking out this one. This one is a beaut. Look at that one. Oh my god. I struck that pretty early and he still throated it. Well, the wind's turned around and it's pushing me across the across that channel and bank now. Still getting fish. Wait for this. No more bream, black bream. I've had 11 place and they're still biting. So I haven't put the anchor. I've got all mine on the drift. I have seen the other guys start to pick up on the anchor now. But the battery's going to go on this. I've got no more. That's my last battery. I might have to switch to the other camera. If not, I've had a great day. But I will be getting back to you because I am going to anchor somewhere today.
All stations, this is Sony Coast Guard for the Maritime Safety Information Broadcast. For the Portland and Ventnor aerials, listen to channel 6-3. This is Sony Coast Guard.
Switch cameras, guys. It's died here. The wind has gone right round, picked up, coming from the south, and that's pushing me across the bank. Plus the tide has died. All the other boats gone by. One charter boat's dropped in here just for a drift on the way home. But I'm going to pack up now. I've had 13 place. Here we go. It's not awful. There's bait in there as well, and they're all nice big ones. So I've had 13 place. Really good session. Getting snagged now. Blowing me at a different angle. I'm going to go in, anchor up and see if I can't for 1.5 hours at the end. When the tide picks up the other way, I know everybody else is going home, But I figure hanging on till that tide flows, I might be able to pick up some black bream for you, because you remember at the start of the film I said black bream and place. Or is it place and black bream anyway? We've had both because I had that one bream to start with. Beautiful afternoon, really is beautiful afternoon, still worth fishing. But you know, like everything, the fish don't feed 24/7, do they? And it's gone a bit dead now, so I guess now's the time to move. Well, I'm anchored, boys. Got a fish hooked up. Guessing. Oh, trying to get all the rods I can out now for this last hour. I'm guessing it's a bream or something. Oh, get real. Oh dear. Look at this. Is that a double header? Do you know, I've fished down here a lot. I've never had. Look at this. I've never had a double header of nice wrasse before on this mark. This is a bream mark and they're a nice balance. 2 of them. Wow, what a day I'm having, guys. Brilliant. They're not bad. They're not bad old fish. I want something else again. Maybe I should have moved sooner. Gotta tell you what, guys, I've got the wrasse hotspot. Oh, okay, this one. I mean, you might get one ballon wrasse here in a blue moon, for me anyway. And there you go. Now you're going to see it with this camera. I had to change cameras, filled the other one up. Nice wrasse in the sunshine. And I'm getting bites on the big squid rod as well. Well, I suppose he had to put a show in sooner or later. Donald the dogfish. Listen, it's another species. On a tough day, I'll be happy with him. It's a pretty good day. He's eaten all my best ragworm up. I suppose the only benefit was I've got the hook out easily. A few more casts and we're going to call it quits, boys. I've had another wrasse as well. I think 5 wrasse now. I've just got three hooks here. Straight pattern off. It's actually a shore fishing rig. And you can see it's got a bead and a worm at the front. Hopefully you can see that. And that's just going straight out. I'm actually casting it down tide. The tide's starting to ebb now. So I'm hoping I might get a decent fish on the big bait. So I had one up there and I've wound that one in. I had a whole crab on. I had nothing on that, so I've gone back to squid now. Doggy and another line. Yeehaw! I love it when you get a dogfish unhooked fast and you still get your bait back. Not often that happens though.
Mainly northeast, 3 or less. Smooth. Fair. Good. Fair. Good.
Still getting the wrasse, guys, and very shortly going home.
There are currently 2 local navigation warnings in force.
Not here, I hope.
Navigation warning.
That's 6 wrasse.
New Haven Harbour. Friars Bay, outfall. Mission commenced at approximately 1300 UTC in position 50 degrees.
I think I'm on again, guys.
29 minutes north. 000 degrees, 48 minutes west.
Better fish.
All vessels be aware.
Did I say a better fish? It's a dogfish.
In the English inshore traffic zone, the highest military firing range is active from 0830 to 2300.
Right guys, the fishing has not really slowed up on those wrasse. It seems to be all wrasse and dogfish. I've had a really good day. But I've got to get filleted. The reason I've got to get filleted is I like eating place, and I have got quite a lot of place to fillet. Normally I would do it at home, but I'm due out deep water fishing with Wayne for spur dogs tomorrow, and the weather forecast is good, so I really ought to start filleting these. I don't fancy doing it or I get home tonight. So thanks for watching the totally awesome fishing show. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on TA Fishing and TA Outdoors, and we'll see you next time.